4 to 8 inches of rain. This is just day one. Sally's just getting started.
Well below average today. Freezing temperatures on the way for tonight. Temperatures this afternoon, check that out. It doesn't have to be a tornado. It can be straight line wind damage. Just a classic severe thunderstorm for trees to be uprooted. As that less dense, warmer air rises, you have relatively cooler, dense air over the Gulf, sweep inland, and you get scattered showers and afternoon thunderstorms.
I was on swim team for a year.
I held the 8 and under breaststroke for my pool in Maryland for a long time.
Fine, I'll run, but it won't be pretty. It's going to take a while before that cold front comes through to clear us out. So even into tomorrow, you're still dealing with some heavy downpours, frequent lightning.
With Delta, it's interesting. It's actually embarking toward rather cooler waters, so that could actually help with some last-minute weakening.
This is pretty close to the Florida-Alabama border. We're talking about Bascom, Hornsville, Buena Vista, wanting to get down to that safe place, though at the moment, we're looking at fairly weak rotation. It's this right here. You saw that update just now. So we see the green. Those are winds going toward the radar. Reds are winds going away from the radar. Again, this is a tornado warning in Jackson County, and that is in effect until 8:15 this morning.
Welcome back to News 13 this morning on this Friday. And Lauren, a gorgeous view behind you.
Right, can we just take this in for a second? I mean, a really pleasant view on this Friday. Check that out. No fog issues this morning. Been a while as we've had those dew points and temperatures ever so close, but we've got enough of a gap this morning where we just got clear skies, visibility good to go, and dry. We have dry conditions out the door. Yellow flags at the beaches. That's also because we've seen our air mass kind of recovering, modifying from the cold front that came through a few days ago. So winds also have died down quite a bit. That's why the Gulf is looking ever so pleasant and calm. Temperature check. Cool. Just looking at these, 32 in Mariana, right at freezing. Patchy frost along and north of I-10, 29 this morning in Defuniak Springs, 39 for Apalachicola, right above freezing in Tallahassee, 34 in downtown Panama City, and you're in the mid-30s over in Destin. Those winds near standstill, also enabling some of that patchy frost development for those inland counties. Not really going to find that along the coastline this morning, but it is certainly nice to have a better outlook heading throughout the day today. All right, FUTURECAST. Nothing going on for the next 48 hours. High pressure still in control. Into Saturday, we're still dry and approaching cold front on Sunday. So you already start to see this occlusion happening, the overall system weakening perhaps, but we still have scattered showers and potentially a few isolated strong storms in the forecast as this moves west to east, heading into mainly your Sunday afternoon. You look at the timestamp. We're right at around lunchtime here, and this is just approaching. This will clear us out heading into Monday. It's going to be a very frigid start, and we will see temperatures still well below average as we kick off February. We should be into those mid to upper 60s. We'll see that on Sunday, but don't get your hopes up. We get knocked right back down. So we're kind of just in that time of year. We make all this progress, and then temperatures just crash as cold fronts come through, kind of like a conveyor belt. But 60% coverage on Sunday. We're just under that general risk here, so severe weather not an issue. Perhaps an isolated strong storm, however. That's your only rain chance through the entire weekend. Saturday looking really nice. All right, well, we think it's cold this morning. Try Minneapolis, Minnesota. I want to head up there and show you how they're kicking off their winter festival this weekend. It all goes through next weekend as well. Such creativity. This is a tradition for over 130 years. Check out the size of some of those ice sculptures, snow sculptures. We've got kind of a favorite here at the station. There you go. Baby Yoda. Yeah, lots of Mandalorian fans out there. This is a place that averages near double the U.S. average for snowfall, talking about over 50 inches of snow in the St. Paul, Minneapolis, Twin Cities area in Minnesota. So obviously this is a perfect location to kick off an event like this. It'll be a drive-through event due to COVID-19, but man, they certainly know how to handle the cooler temperatures far better than we do here in the Sunshine State.
Now, a Hurricane Sally update from the 13 First Alert Storm Team.
Well, dry intrusion has taken quite the toll on Hurricane Sally. If you remember, overnight, this was at one point a Category 2 hurricane. Reduced this morning back down to a Category 1. Check out the movement, though. That is the real challenge with forecasting Sally. With minimal steering currents, it is nearly stalling out. Northwest movement, the system barely moving, 2 miles an hour, 85-mile-per-hour sustained winds, and it is battling that dry air as well as some moderate shear. Those are two things that tropical cyclones do not like. We're still forecasting landfall generally near the Mobile, Alabama area. That will be well west of our viewing area. Landfall expected pushed back again with that slowing landfall pushed back not only into the evening hours tonight, but potentially overnight by Wednesday morning. This will get swept up with an approaching trough associated with a cold front. So pretty quickly after landfall, it's going to take its sweet time before then, but pretty quickly after, reduce back down to a remnant low, and we are finally on to better, calmer, drier conditions heading into the weekend. Let's talk about what we have in store for in the meantime, though. Tornado watch is up. You have to have a way to receive weather alerts. We have the perfect environment with a tropical cyclone, especially with Sally, with high shear, plenty of tropical moisture for all those ingredients readily available to produce tornadic activity. So we haven't seen that quite yet, but be on the lookout for that. Also, flash flood watch encompassing the entire northwest Florida region. This is why. Check out Live Viper radar. It is a near washout, a soggy Tuesday. Use extreme caution on the roadways. If you see flooded areas, turn around, find an alternate route. You do not want to get stuck in flooded roadways. We are watching. We've seen a couple areas of rotation offshore, so water spouts, but this is also dying as this pushes inland, some of that instability feeding out. So with that, moderate to heavy tropical downpours is the main story so far today. We do expect a little bit more thunderstorm activity throughout the region for the afternoon and for the evening hours. So Sally's just getting started for our area. Flash flooding is the biggest threat for our area because of how slow this system is moving. A slow moving storm producing potentially life-threatening storm surge for the Mobile, Alabama area. For our area, certainly impressive rainfall amounts. We've had amounts already over 5 inches along coastal spots. We are anticipating 4 to 8 inches by the end of the day today into tomorrow. Finally seeing those chances become a little bit more isolated, broken out the door by Thursday. So it's Tuesday morning. You've got a long duration event to deal with, and there's more impacts to be on alert for than other than rainfall and flash flooding. We're also tracking that storm surge of 1 to 3 feet higher on the west end of the panhandle, closer to 2 to 4. You need to pay attention to those isolated tornadic threats, but otherwise, even beach and boating conditions, a moderate risk. So double red flags waving at the Gulf. Gulf is closed. You have to stay out of the water for the next couple of days. Likely to still see seas kicked up. Otherwise, we'll continue to update you on air and on social media. If you don't have a way to receive weather alerts, you can always download our free Storm Tracker 13 weather app.